What's good, YouTube, man? As you can tell him, we have Jubilee. Is being fat a choice? This is the middle ground right here, you feel me? I'm just gonna go ahead and say my 100% confident answer. Yes, being fat is a choice, bro. Let's get to this video. Let's go. Oh, if you like this video, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it.
I'm sorry, there's a very big difference between the people who are telling people go out and get fat versus a Lizzo who's saying accept me the way I am.
She's not just saying accept me the way I am, she's dressing extremely scantily clad and then saying if you don't think that it's normal for a morbidly obese person to be wearing a G-string in the middle of public, then you're the problem.
Nah, white girl talking her shit.
Being fat or skinny is a choice. Agree?
What?
Being fat or
middle ground community results. Being fat or skinny is a choice. No. Yes. Yes, bro. Being fat and skinny is most 100%. It's a choice, bro.
Skinny is a choice. Agreeers?
Of course, not every factor is purely choice. I don't think that every factor is, but I do think a majority of it is. And in most cases, for most people, being skinny or being fat
I'm fat as hell by choice.
Is about willpower. It's about the environment you grow up in, sure, but who you choose to associate with, what sort of things you choose to listen to, who you choose to kind of have as your friends around you and support you. All of those things are choices that you can make.
Definitely a choice.
That will lead you closer towards being one or the other.
I know what I do with my body. I know what I put into it day in and day out. I choose not to eat some days. I choose, how I want to look. And I don't fault anyone for how they want to look or how they want to be, but I think it's a choice at the end of the day. I'm very...
Unless you were injured? What you mean? Like if you're crippled? In a wheelchair type shit?
Always wish-washy on how I want to be
still
presented.
Still a choice, bro. It's still a choice, bro. You can move the motherfucking arms, nigga. Work out like this, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? You can get one of them things. What? I'm being dead for real. I'm not even laughing, bro. I'm dead for real right now, bro. You can get one of them things where you pull it. You know what I'm saying? One of them water things. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah, bro. You can, bro. What? Bro, it's still a choice, bro. I don't care, bro.
If I want to gain weight or not.
I'm fat and kind of muscular too. Somebody told me the other day, "How are you fat? How are you a fat bodybuilder?"
But the only person
there's some bodybuilders like that. Niggas like being bulk.
At the end of the day is me and me myself.
For me, it's calories in, calories.
You braided it? That's not how her hair braided in the movie?
No. Her hair is down.
The whole movie?
Yes.
Alright.
Out, go to the gym, you'll get buff. Don't go to the gym, you won't get buff. I understand that there's genetics that could cause you to want to eat more, but even with the genetics that cause you to want to eat more, the same solution is calories in, calories out.
I think the whole choice is, always determined on who they are, and it's not going to just be a thing done overnight.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of, I think it's like breaking the barrier and breaking a lot of things, not only your body, but also breaking your mental state.
Sure.
And again, that depends on who you are and what you want to go through.
You know what I'm saying? No cap. I fuck with my answer right there. It's all about that mental. You know what I'm saying? Who you are as a person.
I feel like as a toddler, I always viewed myself as big. I grew up in a very poor home, so where my mom couldn't provide the meals that she could healthily. So when we would get free meals, even then it would be canned food, and it would be very much food that's not as edible. It was food for us, yes, but then I felt like once it reached a point where I was old enough to try to make my own choices, I made all of the wrong choices. I wasn't eating, and I was only eating
So the answer's right there, yourself. You just said I made all the wrong choices. You should have made the right one, shorty. You feel what I'm saying?
Grapes.
I got swole off noodles, nigga. Hey, he said that bitch.
And lettuce, and that was mainly because I was in a sport, and that sport just worked me out so hard. And it was to the point where I just was scared to eat. I didn't like it. I would only drink water.
When you were eating grapes and lettuce, were you thin?
I was the thinnest I could be.
Were you still big though?
I was still big, but that was the skinniest I've ever been. And that's coming from somebody who was only eating somewhat salads that are just fruit and lettuce and water and maybe ice right before a practice.
Do you think that right now you would not be capable of becoming a thin woman if
I
you wanted to?
possibly would be capable of becoming a thin.
So why do you disagree? Why did you come with the disagreeers then if you think it's possible that you could be thin, bro?
What do you mean?
She just asked her, do you think it's possible for you to right now be thin?
I'm saying disagree with what?
If being fat is a choice.
She disagreed.
Meaning she thinks it's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, she disagreed, so it's not a choice. But wait, so why? No, that's not what she's saying though. I know I can be thin, but I don't want to be. That's type shit. That's what she's on. That's what I'm saying. So wait, did they have the agreeers or the disagreeers sit down first?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Since I was
All I know is Braun's answer was like,
young,
I don't know.
I was supposed to get blood tested probably when I was very, very young, and I never did. And they had mentioned that it could have been because of my weight and how that connects with my thyroid. I never made the connection, and I never had like that, like leaning parent to be like, go and get checked out, go and do this. Like, your weight is probably not your fault. It was always like, your weight is your fault, so that's your issue.
I mean, I also struggle with, thyroid and my own blood issues. I'm not quite sure, but I do see an endocrinologist and I go see a doctor.
I know I can be thin, but I don't want to be. Warriors up 97-95, close game. What's the time on the clock, nigga? What's the time on the clock, nigga? Let me see. 5 minutes. Oh, we good.
It's a choice to do the requisite steps. It's a choice
99,
to go
95.
grocery shopping instead of going to fast food when it's easy. It's a choice when you're grocery shopping to go to the outer aisles and not go into the bread section and not go into the junk food section. These are all choices.
As a disabled woman, I can't do a lot of the things that people say, calories in, calories out, oh, you gotta go work out and exert it. A lot of the things that are typical, oh, this is how you lose weight, put me in the hospital. I have to navigate weight differently. I have to look at it differently. My weight is the way it is because of medication, because doctors put me in this position. And I had to learn, okay, am I going to be so hateful of my own body that I am going to backlash and put myself through extreme gym nights, through keeping myself from eating things that I should be able
She doesn't look bad though.
to eat. You should be able to have a balance. You should be able to go into the junk food aisle like other skinny people do and still not have to worry about gaining 20 pounds.
But I don't think skinny people go into this junk food aisle.
They
I think
certainly do.
They do.
I eat a lot of junk food.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, my DoorDash would tell you otherwise.
There's a thing called set points. There's a ton of research on it.
I'm not gonna lie, I pull the most attractive women when I am bigger. What's good, bitch? DJ, did you just wake up, nigga? It's 12:18, nigga. Get up. We got 2K to play, bro. You playing with me, bro? I'm lying. I'm not getting no 2K.
That your body likes to be at specific weights. It likes to be in a specific way. So if you are fighting yourself to lose weight by not eating, over exercising, and you are damn near killing yourself to be at a specific weight, your body's unhappy.
It's important to note that a choice can be harder for people to make due to conditions in their life, but at the end of the day, it's still a choice. I could say that I had food addiction. I looked to food when I was stressed and this and that and this. And so it's harder for me to choose it than for someone who has like the perfect lifestyle, someone who has parents who are giving them this and that and this. But I definitely still acknowledge that it was my choice. At the end of the day, when I go there and I look and I see, should I order a second hamburger? I'm the one choosing whether or not I order that second hamburger. I'm the one making that choice.
Facts.
With this channel.
Now,
let's get back into the episode.
I would rather be skinny than fat.
It's all a choice, bro.
Can the agreeers please step forward?
I'd rather be skinny than fat. Wait. She said she's disabled. Why is she standing?
She has a cane, baby.
But still though, like.
She.
So she could possibly, she's walking.
Mackenzie.
What? I'm asking a genuine question.
She has a cane.
I see the cane.
Because of the medication she has to take.
Okay. But is that like? Do you think that's curable though? Like, do you think she could possibly? You feel what I'm saying? Lose weight.
She said that because of whatever she has, she didn't say what it was. She has to take medications, and because she takes those medications, her going to the gym and trying to push herself, like, attacks her body. So she has to find other ways to lose weight, and like she has to find ways to lose weight in a different way. But she said she looked at it as like, okay, I can sit here and be miserable with my body, or I can just embrace my body and live my life. So she said that she's not gonna like beat herself up for being the way she is because of the medication she has to take.
Man, yelling this need to relax. Are you stupid? No, I'm just saying. But like, okay, I get that. But she still has the opportunity to get in the gym and like, you feel me?
Yeah.
So.
It would just possibly kill her.
No, she said attack her body. She didn't say it's death. It's a death-whelming. Like, you feel what I'm saying? She still can get in the gym and lose weight. It's just gonna hurt like hell.
It's just gonna mess her up because she has to take medicine and whatever her condition
And if she
is.
loses weight,
we don't even know what her condition is.
I get
she
that.
can't even walk without a cane. So what is she gonna do?
She can walk.
You want her to be walking with her cane on the treadmill? Mackenzie, press play.
You feel what I'm saying?
Press play.
I'm just keeping it a beam, bro.
Press play.
You feel me?
Can the agreeers please?
I'm telling the truth, bro. Bro, I know a nigga, bro. She can sit her. I'm not gonna say that word. In a sauna. She can sit in a sauna. You lose weight in a sauna. But I know this, bro. When we was in what's her name?
St. Louis.
Yeah, you remember, bro came in the gym in the wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
And bro was getting his work in, right?
Yes.
He ain't making no damn excuse, bro. You can get your ass in that motherfucking gym, bro.
Step forward.
You feel me? Bro ain't got no legs. I've been watching bro Instagram too. I'm talking with you, like I'm reasoning with you. Bro, I got an Instagram, right? And bro been working on like getting back up, walking and shit, and he's doing good, bro. You feel me? Back to the video, bro. Do you know who Ronnie Coleman is? Nah, who the fuck that is, bro? Okay. Would you rather be skinny than fat? I would rather be skinny than fat.
I think there's a lot of different struggles when it comes to being a...
Yeah, I want to gain weight. What you mean? And I'm gaining slowly but surely.
So do you want to be skinny?
No, I want to be cut.
You want to be bulky?
I wouldn't mind being bulky, but I wouldn't let that shit get out of hand.
When you say you want to get like big, like...
You want me to show you?
What do you mean by that?
You want me to show you?
Yeah.
I can show you. I think I don't know the nigga's Instagram.
Hey, look, I sent you something on Instagram.
No. Steve Kerr updates Draymond status. Wait.
Mackenzie, you just said...
Wait. Shh. Draymond Green is currently on the 10th game of his suspension. There's still no concrete timeline for his return. That's crazy. Steve Kerr said, we text, but we've been giving him his space. He's been giving us ours. I like that. I respect that. I don't know the nigga's name, bro. It's a dude. He works out consistently. Like, you remember when I showed you? I don't know the nigga's name, bro. I can't even show you. I'll show you maybe after this video.
That...
Sam Sulek? No, I don't want to. No, I don't know.
Who's Sam
I don't want to know. I don't want to be like this nigga. No.
That's horrid.
That's steroids. This is what steroids look like.
How does that what steroids look like?
Bro, look at this nigga, bro. If you don't think bro do steroids, bro, y'all just bugging. No, it's not, bro. I'm not hearing that, bro. I'm not hearing that, bro. I am not hearing it, bro. That man films everything. Yeah. Yeah, when he start filming, when do you see behind? No, bro. This nigga does steroids, bro. I don't care what you say, bro.
You think that black guy does steroids too?
Probably, bro. A lot of people don't get it, bro. Most bodybuilders that do competitions, like Sam, for instance, take steroids, bro.
He doesn't look like huge though.
Bro, that nigga look, bro. You should have seen that video, bro. Where that nigga,
like right there.
Bro, that nigga is huge.
He looks like what Ty would look like.
No. And Ty probably on steroids too. I'm not there. Like, bro, this nigga's huge, bro.
So because people are huge, they're on steroids?
Bro. Like, bro. Look, man. In my eyes, I think he's on steroids. If he is, he is. If he's not, he's not. I'm not finna fight about it. That nigga huge, man. That nigga huge. He films him eating. Okay, nigga. So just cause, bro. Yes, bro. You still have to eat. You realize you still have to do everything to gain muscle if you take steroids, bro. You have to work out. You have to eat a lot. You feel me? Huh?
So it's like all your muscles. You're right.
Bro, I bet if that nigga showed you his penis, I bet that nigga dingaling small, bro. Bet 100.
It's white.
What they got to do with a nigga dingaling size, bro? He's white.
He's more likely to have a smaller one.
No, he's not. Nigga, that's Chinese.
What?
Yeah. Chow. Yeah, baby.
Them too.
Well, you must. That's how I know you ain't watch porn, though.
What do you mean?
White niggas be, you feel me? Like, white niggas hold their own.
You look at their meat?
Bro, I watch that going up. You feel me? Like, I watch.
So you watch their meat?
Bro, I watch porn, bro.
So why do you see how you have to bring it in?
You're asking me. You are asking.
You're trying to
bro, I'm gonna to the video, bro.
I didn't ask you anything.
You just said, so you watch their meat. I just said, yes, I watch porn. What? What am I supposed to say?
Porn first.
Bro, you brought up, I brought up dingling sizes. And you was like, that's the white nigga. Then I was like, that's how you never know you don't really watch porn like that. And it's true. Cause white niggas be smashing, bro. No funny is, bro. You're half white. What is she saying? No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
The black in them is very strong.
Yeah, that black strong, nigga. Like I'm from Nigeria or some shit, nigga.
And I have a sister.
Don't say pause, bro. Like, come on, bro. You heard that nigga.
I didn't say nothing.
You heard that nigga real diggling reputation, bro.
I did not say nothing.
You didn't have to. You said.
I was gonna say not too much.
You see what I'm saying?
No, because when you said that, I thought of that picture you and Paul were looking at of all those guys with the big penis.
I'm talking about the black niggas from Africa, bruh. Black niggas got it, bruh. No gay shit.
That is very, she's 400 pounds, and I have a sister that is very, she's 400 pounds, and she struggles a lot. She has lymphedema.
Shut up.
To shower is really, really hard. So I do think for an overall happy life and zero struggle, I think I'd rather be skinny.
I think that it is common in society to want to be skinny. I think the average person typically wants to be skinny. I'm actually surprised that I didn't see more people come forward on that question. People treat you better. It is what is considered the standard of beauty. Your life expectancy is longer. You tend to be healthier.
I'm also really tall. I'm 6'6", so I kind of wish I could just pick a single.
Just because you're what?
Skinny doesn't mean you'll live longer.
It's more likely though.
If a fat person goes to the gym every day,
they will get skinny, and then they will live longer.
Shush and let me talk. If a fat person were to go to the gym every day and a skinny person just sitting at home, not working out, the fat person is more likely to live longer because they That's
not true at all.
It really said something about working out.
That's not true.
Helps your lifespan.
You know who Danny Diaz is? I've heard that name. That name sounds real familiar, but I'm not sure. But I'm saying though, if a fat person works out, they're gonna eventually get skinny, which means their lifespan will be longer, of course. Okay. Yes, most people that go to the gym live longer because they're working on themselves.
Okay, so if there's a skinny person who just sits here, does nothing, he's gonna live forever because he's skinny.
It's very possible. I'm pretty sure the you want me to prove it to you? I'm gonna prove it to you right here. I'm gonna prove it to you, and after this, I don't want to hear nothing else. Okay? Okay?
You just like skinny people.
I just like skinny people. Okay. The age of 122. Let's search up a picture of this person right here. Do you think this person went to the gym?
I don't know what she did with her life.
What is she? Is she skinny or is she fat?
Mackenzie, as you get older, you shrink.
Okay. So
You're trying to prove a point because she lived the longest because she's skinny. It does like you're making.
I could pull up another one, bro. The oldest people, they were skinny. It's a fact. I'm showing you proof right here. She was 122 years old. Who the hell has got that age? You feel me?
Janae comment.
Exactly, and she was skinny, bro. So my point is proven. Skinny people live longer than big people. It's the truth, bro.
Okay.
It's okay to lose the argument,
okay.
babe. It's okay.
Struggle.
I know you don't like losing, but like,
I
you know
didn't
what I'm
lose
saying?
anything.
You just.
I didn't lose anything because I wasn't arguing with you. You were arguing by yourself. Fine.
You were talking to
Try
me.
again. Yes,
Okay.
I was talking. Not
Okay,
arguing
bro.
with you.
You were white. That man's off. Look the up on the hub next time, twin. Danny Diaz got you, my boy. I really don't go on the hub though. I really just be on Twitter. I go on there every now and then, but for sure.
Because finding the clothes and things like that would be bigger.
Nigga said, look that up on the hub next time. the battery thingies on her phone, baby.
Both ways can make it really hard. So if I was skinnier, at least that's one less thing I have to worry about. But also, I've got 2 kids and a wife, and I'm taking care of them. And as you pointed out, I definitely think that I'm at less health risks if I'm a skinnier person, if I'm a healthier person in that capacity. And I would much rather be that so that I could be around for my kids longer.
Can the disagreeers please step forward?
I'm speaking as someone who actually was a former smaller person, and I had the most body insecurities when I was small. I was constantly living in fear of
If I die today, it'll be a holiday.
gaining weight.
If I die today, remember me like John Lennon. Buried the lawyer, I'm talking all Brian in it. I'm not a star. Somebody like I got a top in the car, huh?
Having people tell me, oh, don't gain weight, don't do this, make sure that your weight is the same. And once I finally gained weight,
She is lying.
I realized that first off,
But she not lying, bro.
I didn't
Gas,
feel
no
any need
cap.
to not engage in life the previous way that I had.
Would you like
and
one?
the attention that I got was different. But even as a smaller person, you get negative attention. And rather than trying to control my body to avoid that negative attention, I would prefer to address the situation as a society, make it more accessible for everybody to where we aren't feeling like I have to be a certain way that's normal in order to be treated like a human being and respected.
If I could counter, because I was a bit bigger when I was younger, and that's when I was the most insecure. I would look in the mirror. I did have family members that were skinny, but then I had a family member that was much bigger. And just the way that I perceived myself, I hated it, and I even became anorexic to like not be big.
I don't think skinny always equates to being healthy.
Exactly.
It doesn't?
I am fairly skinny. I'm 6'5". I'm 140 pounds last time I checked, and I'm severely underweight. And I know about this on a day-to-day basis. That being said, I don't know where I'd want to lean at an appropriate
See what, nigga?
weight level, but I think it's important to understand for some skinny people, we're not living a great life by any means. And sometimes I feel like that's always kind of lost in translation when they see someone.
We need him on the Lakers.
I guess
this nigga's 6'5", 140, nigga. He gonna get dunked on by everybody in the league, including Curry. I don't want it.
Depends on what you mean.
What flavor is it? Kiwi?
When you think of the term skinny, are you thinking of just like an average weight person, or are you thinking of, are you over now?
I'm the average weight for like women in America.
Yeah,
so if we're talking about an average average, like I'm gonna be the closest. If your biggest priority is to be at a smaller body, you need to reassess your.
Curry posse ass, no shit. Yeah, no, that's not average. That's what I'm like. I'm like, that's average.
What?
She said she's the average weight for American women.
What is it?
I don't know.
I know I'm apparently obese.
What just happened?
I think it's like 120.
Did I just spell America wrong? Enter, bro. 170. So she's 170 pounds. Fucking beat it.
That's the average weight?
Fucking beat it.
What? Search up the
American woman aged 20 years above weigh an average of 170 pounds according to the Centers Disease Control and Prevention CDC. While these numbers may be average, they are not measure of health.
Yeah, search up health.
What you mean?
Like, wait, okay. So for females,
I'll make her feel 50 pounds.
look, search up.
When I put this deal in her. What's up? Hey, that nigga DP stupid.
Healthy weight for a female in America? I don't know. It's like the
170.
no. Search up height. Then
I'm done searching shit up, bro.
search it up, please.
You don't know what you're talking about. Not like that, but you don't know what they're trying to say. Yeah. My dad's Warriors won. Oh, they did? Let me see. Let me see.
Yeah, not focused on
What's
health.
that, 170?
And
No.
the immediate
Yeah.
tie between skinniness and health, like you
I'll go deep in
emphasized,
it.
there
That
is
bitch not
such
170.
a gap between one, the research, because the research has a huge fat phobic bias in it, and there has been research that shows that they aren't, even especially during, let's say, COVID and the correlation between obesity. They rushed through those studies so fast because in society's mind, oh, of course a fat person is going to equal someone who's going to get sick faster, is going to get sick easier.
What you is then, bro? Since you damn know.
I'm not 5'5".
KJ 5'6", 7".
No, he's not. Whoever told him that is lying to him.
Why?
Nana's taller than me. She's 5'5".
Your sister is like 5'6", 5'7". For shit,
She's
sure.
taller than KJ.
Okay.
It was
So your sister's, so Nana's taller than KJ?
Yeah.
Okay.
easy jump. So they didn't do all of the testing that they were supposed to do. They didn't check their bias.
So
They
if
didn't
by
check.
saying the study is biased, you're saying that the study
When I die, promise you will wear my shirt on stream. I promise, bro.
didn't account
I'm gonna make a shirt specifically for you.
for the variable that obesity may also take a factor into. It's just that there's so many variables in humanity that these pharmaceutical companies could only account for so many during their trials. And that doesn't necessarily mean that.
Nigga, on me, I'm gonna do it. Nigga, if somebody come in here and tell me that you passed away, bro, I'm gonna make a shirt, bro. Specifically to you, bro. I just promise, nigga. I'm gonna wear that motherfucker on screen, bro.
Their bias. However, you want to talk about bias in studies, actually recently we've been doing the opposite. So for instance, a lot of our studies have been based on BMI, and so we've been showing
110 to 140 pounds.
Type shit.
that, oh, fat people aren't necessarily extremely unhealthy.
You said 5'10". What you said, 5'2"?
No.
What you said? 5'4"? Oh.
If we look at people with a certain BMI, However, bodybuilders also have a really high BMI, and so they get counted into that category. And so it wasn't until very recently that they equated for that mistake, and it shows, oh my goodness, being fat is actually extremely unhealthy, like way more unhealthy than we ever realized.
You can't gauge health by looking at somebody.
Yeah.
Like none of my health issues, all of them precipitated my weight gain. But I always get assumed, oh, don't you want to be skinny so that you don't have a cane anymore and you don't feel the way you feel?
You feel me?
Because I have lupus and I'm always gonna feel like this.
You got lupus. So what is lupus? I don't want that.
Yeah, this one tastes better.
I don't want it. All of them are plain. It's Tampico. I don't want that.
Okay, just have this one. And
I don't want it.
Just leave it there.
Why? It's on the rag. Stop.
You're such a crybaby.
What is lupus? How do you spell that? BMI, body mass index. BMI. What is lupus?
Lupus.
What does lupus do to a person? Lupus occurs when the immune system, which normally helps protect the body from infection or disease, attacks its own tissues. Okay. This attacks causes inflammation and in some causes permanent tissue damage, which can be widespread, affecting the skin, joints, heart, lung, kidneys, circulating blood cells, and brain. Okay. Okay. Muscle and joint pain. You may experience pain and stiffness with or without swelling. Fever, tiredness, chestness, da 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 da. This shit don't say nothing about gaining weight. So in my eyes, you could lose that shit, bruh. She has lupus. You feel me?
Okay.
Nigga said lupus is the inflammation of the face and shit. Nigga, it says inflammation of tissue. I get that.
Search up what medication for lupus does to you. She said the medication she takes for her disease.
Bro, you're just trying to come up with all these damn. You know what? I'm gonna search up. I'm gonna search up this. Can you work out with lupus? In general, exercise under the guidance of a physical therapist and following a discussion with your doctor is not only safe, but can be a benefit. You feel me? Get your ass in that gym, nigga. Excuses, bruh. It's 2024, bruh. Keep it a bean, bruh. Come on. To those that are diagnosed with lupus, studies show that exercise training can lessen inflammation, meaning you lose weight. You lose weight.
Lessen inflammation. Not lose weight. Lessen inflammation.
In women with systemic lupus. I don't know how the fuck you say that word. Yeah, I just saw World Hunger. You could work out with lupus. It's an excuse, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro.
I asked you to do, but okay.
I don't want to hear it, bro. I had a woman who had the condition. She got pissed off because I told her she will be okay. I had to drop her. As you should, gang. What did you want me to do, babe? Let me search up the medications.
She said the medication is what makes it something for her.
But you know how many medications they probably take for lupus, though?
No, I don't.
It doesn't stop them from working out. You could still work out and lose weight.
Okay.
It's the truth, bro.
I
Look at
didn't
her.
say it wasn't.
Is she pooping? Watch her. Watch her. She was literally squatting and grabbing her thighs. She was like this. She might do it again. Hold on. Back to the video, bro.
CRPS, it's going to deteriorate. It's going to continue.
America has an obesity problem.
Yes. Yes. Yes, nigga. America has an obesity problem. Yes.
I think it's pretty clear. You look at the weight of the average American, you see how obesity has affected not just children. I mean, the fact that we have more younger and younger people who are looking heavier and heavier, and you see that, like, you know, the way that weight affects us as a society.
The world is making people lazy. With this shit, you could be hella lazy. You feel me? For sure.
And you compare that to how we were in the past. Now, not that we should always, you know, we shouldn't compare ourselves to the era of the Great Depression when people just couldn't find food, of course, but people are heavier now in an unhealthy way, and people are eating unhealthy. They are eating it through unhealthy access to food. They're eating diets high in seed oils. They're eating high corn syrup. They're doing all this kind of stuff that's not good for them that we didn't used to do, and it's bad. It's not a good thing. It's an epidemic. It needs to be quashed in some capacity.
There's so much access to just anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy these days, and you know, I'm so surprised that we're actually supporting a lot of this, you know, and there's always people like, you know, like, it's fine that we have,
Hey,
like,
cousin Chastity,
3
what's good with you,
McDonald's,
girl?
like, on the same street.
Was you in here on New
and
Year's,
it's just
nigga?
like, we don't think that
Happy
this
New Year's to
is
you.
adding to the problem.
What I think is really sad about that is so many people in America just see the profit in it. I don't want to say I know that these people know the problem, but it's like, how can you not see the problem? They have to see it and just not care. They have to just be like, well, we're gaining profit. Do you see how much this McDonald's is making? Put another one across the street. Like, that's just like how it is.
It's the corporations, it's the
Yeah.
medical industry.
How you
Having
doing? I'm
a
doing
fat
great.
country makes us money.
It doesn't help that our cities aren't walkable either.
Yeah,
America is a country of non-walkable cities.
That is why I wavered a little bit, because I think we have a problem with how to.
So Rod Wave might be making his last album soon. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Treat obesity. I think we have a problem with how to make it so that it is not an epidemic. This is a systemic thing, that we are in a society and in an environment that breeds this, and we are doing it to ourselves, we're doing it to our children, and our corporations and our industries are doing it to us, and they aren't having to take responsibility.
And they're encouraging it with media. So
And the mukbangs, I was literally gonna bring that up. The mukbangs and like all those videos that just come up to
it's
trends for people
not
to do
only
it as
the
well.
mukbangs, but also like Lizzo and other big like media.
I don't know. I'm sorry. There's a
That's a
very
different-
big difference between the people who are telling people go out and get fat versus a
I love
Lizzo
myself
who's saying
fat.
accept me
Yeah.
the way I am.
She's not just saying accept me the way I am. She's dressing extremely scantily clad and then saying if you don't think that it's normal for a morbidly obese person to be wearing a G-string in the middle of public, then you're the problem. And they're trying to normalize society to this.
You know what? Big woman I always wanted to, who is now old, Monique.
Obese culture, which is
Monique
extremely
who, nigga?
unhealthy. And
What is an obese culture?
a culture which like normalizes
I'm obese
obesity.
and I haven't even heard that.
Well, obesity is already normal, so
Well, I don't think it should be normalized, and it wasn't normal
But
just a couple
what's the
decades
difference
ago.
between a obese person, myself, walking around in a G-string or a bathing suit, as I do almost every day, and a skinny person? Like, is it okay that the skinny person is doing that?
I don't think so, but
I don't think
that's for other reasons.
I get the whole in public thing.
Queen of
to
comedy.
say that
Okay,
when
okay, okay.
Lizzo does it
You know
is the
what?
same
I probably
as
know her,
a
bro. I just don't know her name like
Victoria's
that.
Secret angel.
Why
It's just
shouldn't
not
it
the
be,
same.
though? Yeah, what's the
'Cause
difference?
What you mean? Are you telling me they look? You're telling me it doesn't.
I'm not saying they look the same.
Well,
but
I
I'm
mean,
saying
Lizzo
what's
goes
the
on
difference?
what's
stage.
the implication? So if I walk down the street, I'm a runway model. I'm a print and runway model. I have walked down a runway in a thong. So me doing that is shameful, but a skinny model is
Like a
okay.
Victoria's Secret
I didn't.
model.
I don't know if I use the phrase shameful,
Problematic.
but I don't think that we as a society should be modeling obesity.
But I'm not modeling obesity. I'm modeling the lingerie that obese people need to be able to have availability to buy.
So they've always had the ability
No,
to buy
we have not.
lingerie.
If you go to Torrid,
No,
a single
we
underwear is
cannot.
like almost $20.
Yeah.
And you go to like any other Walmart, any Target, and like all these underwears are on special for like $5 to like $20 and stuff.
well, it
and
does
it's
take
like,
more fabric to make it.
It does take more fabric to
They
make
use
it,
that
but
as
it's-
an excuse, but
that
you
would-
make yards of fabric
Yeah.
for gowns. You, like,
Is a
it's-
small
it's-
a different price than an extra large or a large?
It is.
And
yeah,
we're willing-
for 3XL shirts, I got to pay more money.
I think people view models
As
and
you should,
Instagram
yeah. How was
people
your
and
day?
all of us who are
My day
plus
been
size
alright.
and proud as we're pushing this obese lifestyle. No, I am pushing the fact that this is what I live in. This is my life, and I need other people who feel this way to say, hey, I want to be able to wear clothes that look cute too.
I do think there's a problem with obesity in America, but I think it's a first world country problem because it's spread across the globe. And also, I don't see it as a problem. I do feel like health-wise, people should try to be healthier, but there's no perfect body. There's no perfect person. There's no perfect size.
Correct.
And there's people who are underweight. There's a lot of them, and then there's a lot of people who are overweight. So I really don't see it as like a problem. But just to touch on what you were saying, because I am in the fashion industry, I wanted to become a fashion designer. My dad was one. And they buy 10 rolls of fabric for one price. So it really doesn't cost that much to make underwear.
Sure, but don't you also have to worry about distribution? I mean, if the average person is, let's say, in between small, medium, large, and you're sending clothes out for those, you know you could send out 10,000 of this, 10,000 of that, 10,000 of that. You can't always send out 10,000 3XLs because you're not going to have that many people fitting in the 3XL.
No, because there's somebody who works in marketing and they research that area. There's a census. So we have a database of what type of people are there. Now we don't know who's going in there, but we know the type of people that live in that area and the type of the people that come and visit the area. So that person is doing their job accordingly, and usually large sizes are sold out.
Okay, so somebody brought up the food desert earlier. I can't even think of an area that would have a so-called food desert.
Sorry, can someone explain, like maybe just from my ignorance, I'm guessing a food desert is just there's no food anywhere?
No, it's healthy options for food. So you can go into certain low-income areas and you'll see a Starbucks, a McDonald's, a Chick-fil-A, but there's no Trader Joe's.
A food desert, actually properly, there isn't any, like for a long period of driving, there's one gas station and a liquor store. Then you have to drive 2 more miles to hit the next grocery store.
But with the food desert, it's not just that there can be a grocery store there, but if I'm making minimum wage, I'm not gonna spend all of my money on what is gonna last me 2 meals versus what's gonna last me an entire week.
Yes.
Or if I'm on EBT and I have specific things that I have to choose to buy versus what I can't buy.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised in Colorado. In the outskirts, there's so many small towns that you don't even know that they're there. Most of them you won't see on a map, but if you're from there, then you'll know, and they all have to drive a decent amount to be able to go to an actual grocery store.
But how often are you going grocery shopping? Maybe like once every 2 weeks? It would be typically
I think it
normal, so you have to do a drive
My family,
once
I gotta
every...
go once a week.
So you're making a drive once a week, once every 2 weeks.
This is
Not a
also
lot of people
saying
have
drive.
access to the
Yeah, like what
time.
if I don't have a car?
I was like, I don't
even
and if you don't have, usually these food deserts also have very poor public transportation options.
Yep,
So
like in the
you are
mountains.
left with people who are stranded.
Yeah, but then what are they eating at all?
Yeah,
Unhealthy crap.
Like,
No, but how
what-
are they
what-
surviving
what,
at
they're going through
all?
the drive-through? They don't got a car to go to the
Yeah,
drive-through. How are they-
exactly.
They usually, what I've seen when I go to those rural towns and those rural places is they have chickens and they have animals.
Right.
And guess what? You can get some healthy food out of that. That's
That
like, you know,
sounds
having
healthy.
eggs and protein and things like that. I think I would be healthier if I lived rurally. In fact, my wife and I are trying to leave the state so we're not near all the Uber Eats and all the
I grew
all
up
that
in
stuff.
I grew up in a town of 500. The obesity problem there was not as significant as, say, in LA. And we talk about like food deserts and stuff. The nearest Walmart where I grew up was 45 minutes in any direction. The nearest McDonald's was nowhere near to be seen for a long time. So when I hear these, like, and there could be some evidence there as like the obesity problem is very low lift.
Were there grocery stores in your small town?
Yes.
Exactly.
Like I'm like kind of baffled by this. idea.
Thank you.
Maybe I
me
just
too.
need to go out there and like experience the food deserts, but like there was grocery stores where I grew up. Just because we lived in the middle of nowhere, it doesn't mean we didn't have access to food. And actually, and I have to agree, we did have access to healthy food. Very healthy food all the time. I don't think this is big of an issue in my personal opinion.
Fat shaming is worse than skinny shaming.
No. No. I disagree.
So I do agree that fat shaming is worse than skinny shaming. Just overall, entirely, the way that people like comment on people's weight compared to somebody skinny, they usually don't comment on somebody skinny.
Yeah.
They don't think there's something wrong with them. They don't, like, they'll maybe say like, oh, you're very thin, do you want to eat a cheeseburger? But that's not as bad as telling somebody, you eat 10, stop. And you don't even know that they're eating 10.
Fat shaming is a systemic problem. You're not gonna not get a job because you're too skinny. Skinny bodies are praised in our society, whereas fat bodies, like,
She got them jaws on her head on the way. That shit crazy, ain't it? You think I'm real? Hey, DP and Brent, y'all think her titties real? Yes or no, bro?
I don't get it as often as other people, but I get a lot of comments on my Instagram that are saying like, you're really beautiful, but you would look a lot better if you lost 50, 60 pounds.
Well, they gave you a compliment.
Something that I always get a lot of comments on is
They did.
That is such a backhanded compliment.
It's still a compliment,
No,
though, at
it's
the end of
not.
the day. It is.
No, it's not.
It still counts
No,
as a
it's not.
compliment.
It's literally like you saying something. Whenever you say something, and you'll be like, but da 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 da.
Yeah, there's
like,
always a
that's
but.
a backhanded compliment. Like if you're not just gonna say you're beautiful, nothing needs to be said.
And then you won't feel good. So
Exactly.
a compliment
so
is a compliment.
Why can't you just say you're beautiful?
Because
Simple. Why you be like, oh, you're beautiful, but if you would have curled your hair this way, you would have been way more beautiful. Like that makes no sense to me.
it's my masculinity as a man
It's still a
because of
compliment,
how
though.
skinny I am. It's always something that I've always kind of dealt with. My favorite comment is always, I look like a sickly ill Victorian child. And
That's horrible.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that.
No, I don't, it doesn't bother me as much, but this idea that skinny people can't also get these kind of comments are just kind of mind-blowing. That doesn't mean that they're, that one side is getting it worse than the other. I think that there are both sides getting piled on, just at different varying degrees.
I think we're conflating two things as well. So there's a difference between fat shaming and fat discrimination. Fat shaming is an aspect of fat discrimination, but some of the things you were touching on are specifically societal and systemic fat discrimination that goes into our medical system, it goes into employment, it goes into all of our
It's a long ass video.
rights as fat people that skinny people don't necessarily have that
Just
same
'cause they're
issue.
just talking
And
for
I come from
36.
cultures where they straight out called out skinny people. Oh, you look like Bones. Oh, flaca. All of that. So I watched my cousins go through it. I went through it when I would get too skinny. As people, we are just too scrutinized when it comes to our bodies. We don't let people live.
But I think that's a good point. You said you were called skin and bones when you got
Not I, my cousin.
But your cousin. So people using shame as a motivator to get your cousin to not be too skinny. Shame as a motivator is a powerful tool. So the reason I sit over there is fat shaming worse than skinny shaming. Well, you could argue that shaming somebody in order to motivate them towards a healthy lifestyle is actually a good thing. Now, I have a lot of empathy because hearing your story about how you've been struggling with this since you were a child.
Since I was like a newborn baby, like health, just everything's just been on that end where I've never known anything about being skinny or being fit or being athletic. I've never known anything about that.
Probably your situation, I don't think shame necessarily would motivate you, but for somebody where it is a option, so for instance, if you watch TLC, you watch My 600 Pound Life, 1,000 Pound Sisters, Family by the Ton, all of them can do it. All of them have had this systemic issue
That's
of
the
weight
thing, though. I
gain.
have watched those like as a younger person, and it would make me feel disgusted with me when I was a kid, so it would make me worse, and it made my mental health worse. Because then I'm like, is that how like everybody automatically views me as just like somebody who's oversized and could possibly never even attain it because it's so just common?
I don't think we should shame anyone to do anything. No. I think everyone deserves to like themselves enough to like enjoy life. And if you do that as a fat person, okay. If you do it as a skinny person, also chill. It's not my business.
Shame is a broad category. I do think shame works in some cases. I think that there has been good fat shaming towards me and bad fat shaming. Bad fat shaming is just, somebody just saying, you're fat, things like that. That doesn't really work. But what does work is somebody looking at me and saying, don't you want to be around for your kids? And that worked.
I don't think
that
that's
worked.
shaming.
Yeah, like do you consider
that's-
that shaming?
I do. I think that's shaming. I think they were telling me like you should lose weight to be around for your children. I think that's shame, like an attempt to like try and say something bad about me.
Like they're personalizing
encourage
it
me.
towards you and towards your kids. Like,
Sure.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that worked. I think that worked. That really encouraged me to go to the gym and start trying to lose weight.
But that's you though.
Sure.
Like,
I think you have to be specific to the person.
I think that's one thing is it depends on the person.
Sure.
And if someone wants to shame me and like, you know, it depends on the person. I've been shamed a couple times and it's kicked me into gear to try to gain weight, but it's still really hard.
Sure.
And it's, you know, it depends on who you are, I think.
When you were making a comment about people questioning your masculinity, I get the question of actually looking like a woman all the time, and it's always in play. I always get compared to like male characters, especially when I don't wear makeup, and that's because I don't have boobs, and I can't help that, but it's definitely really, really hard to like have people tell you constantly, like, here's the standard of how a woman should look, and you don't look like that, without even saying it. They don't say it, they're categorizing me. They're making fun of me, saying that I look like this one soccer player or something. And you know, I think it's funny, but also shame can also be hard, because I can see what you mean. Sometimes it can really motivate you when it's out of love,
Yes,
but when it's out
that's
of
the
pain,
difference.
and when it's out of like not knowing someone
Yeah.
and just saying it, then
Yeah, the people who said that to me about my kids were not just some random guy online. It was
Right.
people who were close to me and I knew cared about me, who I had a conversation with. So I do think it matters who says it, but I still would consider it to an extent shaming. And I'm okay with that. I think there is good shame. I think sometimes it helps motivate people in the right way.
The body positivity
I agree.
movement promotes childhood obesity.
Wait.
Activity movement promotes
The body positivity movement promotes childhood obesity.
childhood obesity.
Patreon exclusive. Everybody's
Diet
got
culture
Patreon.
has positive effects.
Diet culture has positive effects. Yes, I agree.
I guess for me, diet culture is an important thing to have for people in the world. What I've realized after we're about to finish this up is there wasn't a lot of talk on skinny culture or like skinny people as a whole. Maybe that's because of how the prompt is. But I think it's important, if we're going to give positivity to kids who are obese, I think it's important to give them the options to, you know, say if they want to lose weight, they can. I don't see a problem with that in any real sense.
I think that diet culture is a reason that a lot of people struggle with weight problems in the first place. I have even struggled with my own weight issues in the past, and I was like struggling kind of with depriving myself too much because I had a trainer. And then I started binge eating, and as soon as I had like a mental break where I was like physically incapable of stopping myself from putting food in my mouth, I immediately went to see a doctor, and that doctor told me to read a book called Intuitive Eating, and it wildly changed my life. And it was about getting past diet culture and about how so many people ruin their lives with diet culture. And you see it with like somebody talked about eating grapes and lettuce, and it's grapes and lettuce, and it's just like it's this extreme, and so you go from one extreme and then you break, and then you go to the other extreme, and so like I was in my extreme, I broke, so that's why I'm anti-diet culture.
Yeah, I tried keto for a while. And that's the thing about what I realized is like that fad diet kind of stuff. And yeah, did I lose weight? I absolutely.
I really love how Jubilee really put their name and put plus signs instead of fat. I love that. I love it. Jasmine, can you grab the phone?
Absolutely lost weight, sure. I didn't keep it off, and the reason I didn't keep it off is because diet culture is about turning the word diet from your overall eating into an activity that takes place over a period of time. A diet should not be something you do from January until May of next year. Diet is what you continually eat, is what you continually put into yourself. Yeah.
Lifestyle change.
Yeah. So my issue with diet culture is this idea of like, oh, I've got this perfect solution for you, man. All you got to do is this, and this, and that. And it's like, no, like the reality is like, yeah, there are good, correct, and objective ways, I think, for a lot of people to eat. And yes, everybody has to have some variations here and there. There's no one bag fits all, and diet culture is so much about trying to say like, all you got to do is just eat cheese puffs every day for the rest of your life.
And it's easy.
Yeah. And so that's why I think diet culture doesn't help.
You know, you're always going to get those people who have the perfect answer, they have the perfect solution to either lose weight, or diet isn't just losing weight, it's also gaining weight, you know? And I think a lot of people, maybe it's just for me, but when I diet, it's actually not the opposite of fasting. I'm trying to eat more, I'm trying to gain more. And I think people forget that when it comes to diet. When people instantly hear the word diet, they think losing weight. And I don't think that should always be the case.
I've been on a lot of diets. I've been on diets for myself. I've been put on diets, and I've been put on diets by my coaches. So when I was young, I felt like it was more so like fasting, not
What sport did she play though? Nigga, football?
eating, but working out. And maybe hopefully eating once you get home as a reward. And then when it became like, oh, like you're a good person in the team to like be the big person, be the defender, be buff. So it was like, now we have to gain all this weight and we have to pound you out. So it was like, I had to eat like 5 meals in a day. And I felt so gross because I was just like, I've never had to like pull out like a bar or something and like eat it during class and be like, I have to eat this because it's part of my diet.
When we talk about diet culture, we're talking about not your diet as a whole. It's usually a fad diet is what we're talking about when we're talking about diet culture. And for me personally, I know that I've seen a lot of, especially women in my life, going on fad diets that are just not sustainable. And that's kind of the purpose of diet culture, is that it's not a sustainable thing.
But we're all talking about like mainstream, like keto, like gluten-free. And I think everyone's just polarized on these certain ones that I believe that you should eat gluten. I think if you take it out of your diet, you're actually going to get sick.
Unless you are.
Celiacs, no. Like, yeah.
It goes back to like what she said, which is, intuitive eating.
So what is the positive you think you've seen for people from diet culture, which I think, and I guess, what do you consider diet culture?
I guess like diet culture to me is the resources you need to get to where you want to be in your life, in your body. That's how I've always viewed diet culture.
By dieting, do you mean like journaling what you're eating?
Yeah, if you want to journal, if you want to, talk to a therapist, if you want to work out,
Yeah. Bruh. Put the diaper on my baby, bruh. My baby just sitting there naked. Look how booted all up.
If you want to see a doctor, if you want to go on meds, like everyone's
But
always...
it's not being super, like when you diet, you're not being like, I'm completely cutting out carbs or I'm completely doing this, right?
Drinking lemon water only.
You're
talking about
like
restrictive
watching your
behaviors.
macros and your micros and you're calculating
Like,
that
I
and you're
guess
staying with it.
if you're asking if I know how many calories I have to eat, yeah, like I have to eat like 4,000 a day.
When most people talk about diet culture, they've done some sort of extremely restrictive thing, and when you do something really restrictive, it changes your brain chemistry and the way that you think about food, and it makes you obsessive over food, and then, but it sounds like the way that you're doing it is extremely healthy because you're not depriving your body of something.
But isn't that just goes back to like, you guys are talking about the extremes of diet culture?
Diet culture is one thing, and then a healthy lifestyle
Having a
and
healthy
intuitive
diet
eating type
is
thing
different.
are two different things.
All right.
I personally don't think of living a healthy lifestyle as a diet.
You've been in like model spheres. Do you see diet culture and how has it impacted space?
There was a point in my life, like when I was a junior in high school, where the person that I was with at the time, he's like 6'6" and super tall. And so, the mom was like, hey, like my son is gonna go audition to this big agency, which is still big to this day, and you should come. So I went, and I weighed 115 pounds, and I was a D cup, and they said that I weighed too much. And so seeing that really struck me in the beginning with the negative part of dieting, and just kind of went into this spiral of like, okay, well, if I'm too big, then what are people doing to not be this size? Like how can I make it to do what I want to do if this is my limitation to it? It took years later to realize, like, shit, I was really disciplining myself for no apparent reason except for this underlying feeling from years ago that I could never get rid of. When you're talking about like discipline, I think it can be really positive with dieting and like intaking your calories, but for me personally, and I'm a very specific case, seeing those numbers and knowing that I couldn't achieve it because I didn't have the appetite was also just so saddening to me, because reading the bare minimum of what a woman needs 5'5" at my age, I was like, that's not that much, and I still couldn't eat it at the time, and I'm like, what's wrong with me? There's different ways to motivate people, and one of them is out of pain and anger, and I feel like a lot of the diet culture, whether it's for positive or negative, is just trying to gear into that. And you know, I just am more about being healthy.
I hear diet and I think of something that's positive, and it's been positive to me, and you know, it's something I'm always trying to achieve. I guess like if we were to redo this, the same exact question, I may hesitate and not walk across the line. I guess I'll never know, but hearing these perspectives were really good because I probably didn't know as much about the extremes.
I want to thank all of you for sharing your opinions with us and for challenging us, and I really want to thank you. I thank you for the...
Who is that? Is that my pretty girl in her nightgown? Yes, you are pretty. I'm so proud of you for saying I'm pretty. Give me kisses. Give her the kisses. Okay. What you want? You can't have a popsicle, baby. It's too late.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Mama gotta use the bathroom. Mama got bookie. Mama got bookie. Ew, we say mama bored. No. Okay. Oh, okay, that bye. That is it for this video, man. I just want to say, bro, to all the skinny people out there, to all the big people out there, bro, love yourself. If you don't love yourself, do something about it, bro. It's short. It's real simple, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you can love yourself and really learn to love yourself, not fake love, bro. Don't fake love yourself because it's bad. What's up? Give you my phone? Alright, let me finish closing this video out. when you fake love yourself, it's not genuine, it's not real. You don't really like your body. So if you don't like your body, do something about it. You feel me? If you're skinny, gain weight. It's possible. No excuses, bro. It's possible. If you're big, get in the gym. You don't even have to go to the gym to lose weight. You feel me? Just lock in, bro. It's 2024. Lock in. You feel me? I believe in you. Other than that, if you enjoyed that video, man, make sure you smash the subscribe button. Other than that, y'all folks stay blessed, stay grinding, keep faith. Until next video. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. We out.